What are angels and demons really, and are they real beings or are they something else?
Angels and demons are real, but not in the way most people think. They're not separate beings floating around in some distant heaven or hell. They're energies, frequencies, states of consciousness. Angels represent the highest parts of ourselves: love, wisdom, compassion, our connection to the divine. Demons represent the parts of ourselves we've rejected or denied: our fears, our wounds, our shadows. When you see an angel or feel a demonic presence, you're actually perceiving different frequencies of consciousness. You're tapping into parts of yourself or into the collective human consciousness. The deepest truth is that they're both real and they're both within us. They're not external forces battling over our souls. They're reflections of the light and dark within human consciousness itself. What's your next question?
Why do some people see angels and demons, and what does it actually mean if someone sees them?
When someone sees an angel or a demon, what they're really seeing is a reflection of their own inner state, their own consciousness at that moment. If someone sees an angel, it usually means they're vibrating at a high frequency. They've done inner work. They're aligned with love and light. They're open to receiving guidance and support. Their consciousness is attuned to the higher dimensions where angelic energy exists. If someone sees a demon or feels a demonic presence, it's usually a sign that they're stuck in fear, trauma, or negative patterns. Their consciousness is vibrating at a lower frequency. They're perceiving their own unhealed wounds, their own shadow aspects, projected outward as external threats. So when people say they've seen angels or demons, what they're really saying is, I've perceived a frequency of consciousness that matches where I am right now. It's not that the angels or demons are separate from them. It's that they're becoming aware of different parts of themselves, different energetic states. The more you heal yourself, the more you raise your vibration, the more you'll perceive angelic presences. The more you stay stuck in fear and negativity, the more you'll perceive demonic energies. It all comes down to what frequency you're tuned into. Next question.
Are heaven and hell actually a place, or they're or something different? What is the truth about them?
Heaven and hell are not actual physical places up in the sky or down below the ground. They're states of consciousness, frequencies that you create and experience based on how you think and feel. Heaven is a state of consciousness where you feel connected, loved, at peace. It's when you're aligned with your true nature, when you're living from love and joy and purpose. You experience heaven when you're in harmony with yourself and with life. Hell is a state of consciousness where you feel separate, afraid, disconnected. It's when you're trapped in negative thoughts, fear, guilt, shame. You experience hell when you're cut off from your own light, when you're identified with your wounds and your pain. So heaven and hell aren't places you go to after you die. They're places you go to in your mind, in your consciousness, right now. You can be in heaven or hell while you're still alive, depending on the frequency you're vibrating at. The truth is that you create your own heaven or your own hell through your beliefs, your choices, your way of being. As you raise your consciousness, as you heal yourself, as you align with love and truth, you naturally experience more heaven. As you stay stuck in fear and negativity, you experience more hell. It's all about consciousness, all about frequency. That's the real truth about heaven and hell. What's your next question?
What can we learn from the idea of angels and demons and how it helps us grow?
When you understand that angels and demons are really just different parts of yourself, different frequencies of consciousness, it changes everything about how you grow and evolve. First, it teaches you that you have the power to choose. You're not a victim of external forces. You get to decide which frequency you tune into, the angelic or the demonic. That's empowering. That's freedom. Second, it teaches you to stop judging yourself and others. When you see your demons, your shadow side, you don't need to hate it or fear it. You need to love it, understand it, integrate it. That's how you grow. By accepting all of yourself, light and dark, you become whole. Third, it shows you that your inner work matters. Every time you heal a wound, release a fear, choose love over hate, you're shifting your frequency. You're moving closer to the angelic, further from the demonic. You're literally creating heaven instead of hell. Fourth, it teaches you that everything you experience outside of you is a reflection of what's inside. So if you want to change your outer world, you have to change your inner world first. You have to do the consciousness work. And finally, it shows you that awakening, growth, evolution, it's not about becoming perfect or getting rid of all your shadow. It's about becoming more conscious, more integrated, more whole. It's about bringing light to the darkness within yourself and the world. Next question.
If someone feels like they have angels and demons in their life, what should they do?
If someone feels like they have angels or demons in their life, the first thing they need to understand is that they're dealing with their own consciousness, their own inner state. If they're feeling angelic presences, that's beautiful. They should nurture that. Keep meditating. Keep doing the things that raise their vibration. Spending time in nature, using sound frequencies like 7.83 Hz and 528 Hz, surrounding themselves with love and positive people. Keep listening to that guidance. If they're feeling demonic presences, feeling attacked or afraid, they need to do inner work. They need to ask themselves, what fear am I carrying? What trauma haven't I healed? What part of myself am I rejecting? Because the demon they're perceiving is really a part of themselves that's crying out for love and attention. The practical steps are simple. First, ground yourself. Use the earth frequency. Spend time in nature. Connect with your body. Second, raise your vibration through sound, meditation, positive thoughts and feelings. Third, look inward. Don't fight the demons. Understand them. Ask them what they need. Love them back into wholeness. Fourth, surround yourself with people and environments that support your highest frequency. And most importantly, remember that you have the power. You're not at the mercy of external forces. You're the creator of your own experience. So choose love, choose light, choose consciousness. That's what they should do. Next question.
How to understand angels and demons to help us understand ourselves better.
Understanding angels and demons helps you understand yourself because it shows you that you're not just one thing. You're a whole spectrum of consciousness. Most people think of themselves as either good or bad, light or dark. But that's not true. You contain multitudes. You have angelic qualities. Your capacity for love, your wisdom, your creativity, your compassion. And you have demonic qualities. Your fears, your anger, your selfishness, your doubt. When you understand this, you stop being at war with yourself. You stop judging yourself so harshly for having negative thoughts or feelings. You recognize that all of it is part of being human, part of having consciousness. The real understanding comes when you see that your demons aren't your enemy. They're your teachers. Your fear teaches you about what matters to you. Your anger teaches you about your boundaries. Your doubt teaches you where you need more faith and trust. By getting to know your inner demons, by understanding what they need and what they're trying to tell you, you become more whole. You integrate those shadow parts instead of rejecting them. And as you do that, you naturally become more loving, more wise, more authentically yourself. You also start to see other people differently. When someone hurts you or acts badly, you understand that they're probably operating from their own demons, their own wounds and fears. That creates compassion instead of judgment. So understanding angels and demons is really about understanding yourself as a complex, multifaceted being of light and shadow. And that understanding leads to self-acceptance, healing, and growth. Next question.
What's the most important thing for people to know about angels, demons, and heaven and hell?
The most important thing for people to know is this. You are not powerless. You are not a victim of external forces. Everything you experience, the angels, the demons, the heaven, the hell, it all comes from within you. It's all a reflection of your own consciousness. That means you have the power to change it. You have the power to raise your vibration, to heal your wounds, to choose love over fear. And as you do that, your whole experience of life transforms. You stop being afraid of demons because you understand they're just parts of yourself that need love and healing. You stop waiting for angels to save you because you realize you have the power to become the angel. You stop thinking heaven and hell are distant places because you understand you're creating them right now with your thoughts and your choices. The deepest truth is this: you are far more powerful than you've been taught. Your consciousness creates your reality. Your frequency attracts your experience. And the only thing standing between you and the life, the heaven, the wholeness you desire, is your own willingness to wake up and claim your power. So the message is: stop looking outside yourself for salvation or damnation. Look within. Do the inner work. Raise your vibration. Choose love. Become conscious of your own power. That's the most important thing people need to know. That's the truth that sets you free.